Good morning. This is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange and coming at you guys with another daily dose of motivation. And before I even start, I'm just going to put a couple of pictures up, but I had a great weekend. I went to St. Louis, flew out. It was kind of a last minute impromptu type deal, the one of the co-hosts, Sean, he plotted to get Lush Exchange there. But we just all connected on a great level. They're all also about business, and they're hungry for their podcast. It's called Shun One TMI podcast. They're definitely based out of St. Louis, but the way we're talking is going to be probably a traveling thing or anything. You never know what could come from it, but saying it like this, those are the risks you take, though. I don't know none of them from Adam right about now, and but I'm all about communicating and taking risk, and if you see somebody is doing what you do and they're doing great with things, you gotta just what? That's what I mean by putting people on your team that work is just as hard as you too. So those are the people you want to connect with, and those are the people you're willing to risk it with. Okay? So let's get into this quote today. And I always leave you guys with the quote, so you already know how that goes. But this is from the great Muhammad Ali. So it's going to be wonderful. He who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life. Meaning, get your butt out of that comfort zone. You're not going to go anywhere standing still. Being safe. You got to take that risk. Feel that. Feel it. Let it fuel in your body. Just know that you just have to do it. Do it, Do it till you're satisfied. I just had to do it, I just had to do it. Okay, so let's get into some steps about successful ways to be a risk taker and just taking more chances. Okay? And here it is. I've stood on the edge of my own personal cliffs many times. Each time I've jumped, something different happened. There were risks that started off great but eventually faded. There were risks that left me falling until I hit the ground. There were risks that started slow but built into massive successes, and that's happening to me now. It's gradually growing and getting better each day. And I'm seeing a better future because of it. Every risk is different, but every risk is the same. You need to have some fundamentals ready before you jump, but not too many. It wouldn't be a risk if you knew everything that was about to happen, would it? I'm going to give you some ways to be successful and open up more opportunities for yourself. Understand that failure is going to happen a lot, especially in business. It's part of life. Everything we do has failure attached to it. All successful people have stories of massive failure attached to them. Thinking that your risk is going to be pain-free and run as smooth as silk is insane. Expect some pain and failure. Actually, expect a lot of it. Expect the sleepless nights with crazy thoughts of insecurity that leave you trembling under the covers. It's going to happen no matter how positive you are about the risk you're about to take. When failure hits, the only options are to keep going or quit. If you expect falling into a meadow of flowers and frolicking, I can't even get the word out this morning, frolicking unicorns, then you're going to immediately quit once you realize that getting to that meadow requires you to go through a rock-filled cave with hungry bats. Gruesome, right? Basically, the path might seem clear and free of hazard, but you just don't know what you're stepping into, to be honest. Trust the muse. You know, writing your narrative isn't a big risk. It's just a risk of your time and what happens. So, being scared of things is just a crutch. You gotta fight through that fear. When I've taken risks in my life, the successful ones always seem to happen when I followed the muse. And here's a little quote that kind of explains that a little bit and tell you what the muse is. The muse demands depth. Shallow does not work for her. If we're seeking her help, we can't stay in the kiddie end. When we work, we have to go hard and go deep. Man. So give it all. Give it your all if you're going to do it. Okay? And the muse is a goddess who wants our attention and wants us to work on our passion. So basically, you got to shine. You got to just show out and go hard in that thing. I know that sounds crazy. We're Lush Exchange, so pretty sure you're wondering. Well, thinking something, but that's what I mean, though, people. You just have to really invest in yourself. If you're taking a risk in anything, it's assumed that there's some passion built up behind that risk. That passion deep inside you is the muse. Trust it. Focus on it. Listen to it. I'm getting close to the phone so you can hear that. The most successful articles and stories that people write, things they create, there were no interruptions during their creative development. Don't check your phone or go watch some, pointless Twitter or Twitch, whatever thing. You have to be fully engaged in your work. Of course, distractions are there, but put something away when it's time to get those juices flowing. Trust the muse. Focus your attention on your risk. Let the ideas and path develop themselves and leave the distractions at the side of the road. Can't say it better than that. Remember to be authentic. I was about to add extra K there. If anybody's going to be watching the TMI podcast, or if you watch Lush Exchange, oh my gosh, I just got this thing that I'm doing now, and I'm pretty sure some people caught on to it, but not. But yeah, that's for another day. But anyway, yeah, remember to be authentic. Taking a risk and then turning into something you're not is only going to lead to disaster. Whether you are risking a new relationship or a new opportunity, you must be yourself throughout the entire process. How many times have you acted like you loved something just because the man or woman you just started going out with loved it? Don't do that, y'all. Don't do it. For example, I'm really not a 9-to-5 person, but of course I have to because of bills and things like that. But I do get my creative juices flowing and use my time that I can squeeze some other stuff in. I'm doing it. So, and I also work from home, so it makes it a lot easier to still work on my craft and everything. I just like that. I like that a lot. I just like to be myself, period. Bottom line. I had, somebody that just didn't understand that and believed in the 9-to-5 deal, and I get it, but it's just not me. It's not. So once I get that opportunity where I can let that go, I'm done. Some people just like to stay still. They're stuck in their ways, right? I am scared for my future, but I'm willing to take that risk, And here's a tip. Never take away from your happiness to make somebody else satisfied. No, I didn't say happy. Making somebody else happy will make you happy. Doing something to satisfy somebody is murder on your soul. Definitely is. Don't take any risk while you're not clear-headed. That's another huge one. Coming out, just got all these things going on in your head. Like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do that. And you don't have a plan already put in place. Like I stated in another video, you got to set your short terms and long-term goals. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied this morning, y'all, but you get it. You have to be realistic with your ideas, and you have to educate yourself on those ideas as well. Is it something that you're really into, or is it a wave? Like those, quick rich pyramid schemes, traps. It can be an expensive, wrong failure to do. They hype it up like it's the best thing since sliced bread. And you're going to just get rich overnight. It doesn't happen that way. And I'm learning that way. I'm still growing. I'm still thriving. I'm still taking these risks. I'm still just calculating my steps. You have to do that. So when you have something important to decide, don't let your emotions take over your brain. Look at me getting these letters added in there. Brained. Look, I'm full of laughs this morning. Yeah. But fully understand what you're risking. You have to... Taking big risks can have massive impacts on everything in your life, from relationships to money. Know what you're risking before you take the risk. If you believe the risk will be worth it, or you have the support you need from your family, then go ahead and make that leap. And even if you don't have the support from your friends and family, shoot, I'm learning it right about now. You can get more guidance from literature and things like that, or talking to people that are doing the same things that you do. Sometimes, depending on other people to rock with you is like pulling teeth. It may or may not happen. Sorry. You can beg of them. You can remind them, hey, check me out. But if they're really not truly into that, they're not going to pay attention to it. Right? Had to let people go because of that. Had to let people go because of what they tried to do to sabotage my vision. I'm not with that at all. Remember, this is your only shot. As far as we know officially, there is our one shot at life. So why not take some risk? The top things people are saddened by on their deathbeds are these regrets. They wish they did more, asked that person out at the coffee shop, spoke out when they should have, or did what they were passionate about. Don't regret it. Learn and experience. Live. Take the risk you believe in. Be yourself and make the world a better place. Now go ahead and take that risk and be successful at it. And I'm living that, baby, because I just have so many things that's flowing in my head. I'm very creative, and I allow others to hinder that creativity by worrying about other people and what they thought. Catering and nothing, and like I said, nothing is wrong with catering to someone, but when you're catering to someone and it's not given back, or you're doing so much that you lose focus on what you're truly trying to do for yourself, you just have to pull all the way back and get you back. Get you in control. You control your own destiny and success. And along the way, it's going to be some bruises, bumps. It's going to be. But as long as you keep focus on taking those risks and just knowing that when failure comes, you pick yourself back up and keep going. And you connect with those people that challenge you, even your abilities. That makes you see things in a different light. Like, I never thought about that. Because everybody is different. They go through life. Successful people, there's not one, not one person that is different from the next successful person. Everybody has come through their own struggles, upbringing, resources, all of that, all the above. But it's when you put like-minded people together, that pact is amazing. And you go far when you come into it without any type of motive. Well, not a bad negative motive, like you're just out to get people or use people. I've been there and I'm still there, honestly. I feel some people take my kindness for weakness. I feel some people are using the platforms I offer for personal gain. And that feeling is never going to go away. I watch, I calculate things. I may not say something, but I'm watching you. I'm watching your actions, your body language, the way you respond to things that I ask of. And I'm watching. I just sit back. I just let it flow, because the truth will come to light of that very individual. Now, if I feel like you are not on the same path as me, look at me sound like I'm listening. I don't know what it is this morning. I can't get my words right. It happens that way, people. But when I can sense things, and I feel uneasy about a lot of things. I have to question certain things, and people want you to be transparent. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool, but let me observe. I'm kind of like that lion on a hunt, on the prowl, just kind of like sitting back, watching the activity, and then you find your time to attack. You do. You come at them like, hey, what are you doing? I see you. Because you want to come in it with, why you're coming at them that way. You don't want to assume things, because, it could just be just the way they move. Some people just move differently, So it could just be a misunderstanding of things. So I like to just observe. Then I take the attack and let you know how I feel about things. But at my own time, though, I don't rush into anything. Especially if being a businesswoman, I'm busy. So your feelings sometimes will have to be put to the side. Sorry, but not sorry. But on that note, people, I do hope you got something about it here. I've tongue-tied this whole message. But I wouldn't be me, right? That's called taking those risks and failures. Whether you like it or not, hey, I'm taking that risk to get this video out for you. Hey, failure is not an option, but failure and mistakes and overcoming will get you very far. Till the next time, people. I'm back in the A, by the way. Fun trip. But this is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. And if you're listening to this for the first time, hey, I'm talking to you. All right, you guys. And I'm out. Peace.